The Beach FM Business Lunch Show, brought to you by PlaceMakers Kapiti and Horowhenua. Together we're building New Zealand.
Welcome back to the Business Lunch Show on Beach FM 106.3, and let's welcome back to the show the chairperson of the Kapiti Chamber of Commerce. It's Jacinda Thorn. G'day, Jacinda.
Hi, thank you for having me back.
Oh, thank you for coming back, my friend. How you been?
Oh, been good. It's been an interesting time. I think I'm very much ready for school to go back on Monday. The kids are ready too.
You and a lot of people. How's the meetings been? Are we still in Zoom purgatory?
Yeah, we are pretty much. I've got 2 today. I had 3 yesterday, but I went and actually saw people in real life on Wednesday, and it was actually just as tiring as being in Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm going to take them a little bit less for granted now, because it's nice not having to commute for a little bit. It's been quite a big change, actually. And when I did go into Wellington, it was very quiet, which will be different now. But yeah, it's just a different feel out there. It's interesting as we go through all the transition levels and how businesses and people are responding. You know, it's kind of like I like to sit back and observe. And I went up to Coastlands yesterday, went to go get fish, because we promised our kids that once we got through our level 3, we could go get fish.
Yes.
And it was so busy. So it's literally changing day by day.
So busy out there. First day at level 2. I know a lot of people did miss getting out and about. What did you observe with people keeping their distance? Like, was it business as usual, or were people mindful of that stuff?
Yeah, very interesting actually. So one of the places we went into had queues out the front. Some people were minding their distance, others not so much. And it was really, I was looking at people, and obviously some of them were just keeping away from everyone else, but others didn't mind. And it was the same actually in other places we went to. So I think, I don't know, I was trying to work out, is it a new normal, or are people just, at that point of I don't know, but I really want everyone to keep up their social distancing, because that's the only way that we're going to be able to keep moving through and get into level 1. And it's really crucial for our businesses that everyone does follow the rules and, keeps their distance and make sure that they wash their hands and do all those things, because I would hate to see a second wave.
Yeah, I'm with you, mate. Until we have something sorted for this, then I will follow all the rules. We have stuck to, if we don't have to leave the house, we ain't rule. And so far so good. Even I'm better with hygiene, and I've played rugby my whole life. Hey, mate, we did have you on early in the show 4 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and it was early days, so we were in level 4 transitioning as we were. How have the last few weeks been for our great region?
Well, yesterday we had budget day, and I was thought it was good timing as, we go from level 3 to 2 to see, what the government was going to do to support Kapiti in the region. So first off, it's great to see that we've had the wage subsidy extended, a little bit more targeted to help those businesses who cannot open or will fundamentally see a shift. So like our tourism operators and, obviously hospitality and bars can't open until next week. So there are some long-term effects there. But how are we finding that? Well, we did a survey with our members just about level 3 to see how they've gone, because level 3, even though it was a little bit shorter, it presented a few different challenges. And one of the things we've identified is, 2/3 of our businesses that responded could continue to operate online, but a third couldn't during level 3. And so this tells us that there is a massive opportunity here, like contingency planning, to help those businesses get online or work out how they could operate online, so that if, because we're not out of this yet, as the Prime Minister said, we haven't won the war, and yet there is potential for us to go back, if there was a second wave, how can they use this time to get online and, give themselves a little bit of breathing room if we did go back. And interestingly enough, we asked our businesses about commercial rents, because that would have been top of mind for a lot of people. And they said that a third of 36% of businesses had actually had a discount offered to them from their landlord, which is encouraging. For some of our businesses, it's not relevant because they work from home. We've got a high number of people who work from home. So that's encouraging to see. And I just want to make sure that we kind of keep that spirit of kindness and consideration going, because it's a marathon, it's not a sprint.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm glad you said the landlords coming to the party, because you were realistic in your thoughts in our first interview, where some businesses may not open, and if commercial landlords weren't going to look after them, then that was going to make it extra hard. Have we seen any businesses that won't come back?
I'm part of a group that meets weekly, and we've got quite a few community representatives in them. So we've got business associations from our local communities through to ourselves and the council and a few other business leading groups. And so what we found immediately in level 3, there was a lot of support and for the businesses that could open, which is great. People are getting out there and buying their things. And now obviously we've got beauty salons and hairdressers opening. It'll be the same thing. Our concern is when we get through this initial phase of opening and there's a little bit of excitement out there and people are, keen to get out and get a haircut and get all those things done that they couldn't get during lockdown, when that tapers off, what happens? And obviously the wage subsidy being extended will, cushion some of that. But we're just really starting now to think about the medium, long-term support. And, those businesses who have opened may find they hit a wall in about a month or so. It's going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out. It's changing day by day, week by week. What we were doing yesterday, for example, is different today. We basically opened up for business yesterday. So I'd love to have this conversation in a couple of weeks once we get through that first initial period and to see, how businesses are going, because cash flow is so important. And if you have your cash flow sorted and you've got plans in place, you should be okay. But if you don't and the cash flow is tight and it gets to the point, some businesses may have to think, well, is it worth carrying on?
Yeah. Well, it's awesome to hear that there has been that talking. Over the last few weeks, you guys were going to launch your webinars and also help people with free advertising to the members. How did that go? How was the response there?
It's been really great. You won't be surprised to know that lots of people are keen to take up the free advertising offer, and we're pretty much being inundated. So, we just love that, and that people are keen to get out there and advertise their services. We're still running it, so if you are a chamber member and you do want to advertise your services to our database of over 1,000, please get in touch with our membership and manager, which is membership at kapitichamber.org.nz or member at kapitichamber.org.nz. You'll work out either one that one is. And the webinars are going really well too. We had on Wednesday night a speaker from Christchurch, and her name is Jo Williamson, and she owns Howler Hot Dogs. And so they went to the Christchurch earthquakes back in 2011. And basically the crisis that we're all experiencing is similar in the past to what happened in Christchurch with the local businesses down there. She shared some really practical tips for businesses, now as we start to begin to recover, and how they can manage it, because the mental health and well-being is, crucial, because you can't separate that from your business. If you're feeling good and, you're healthy and you've got things under control, then you're much more able to, look after your business. We've also had commercial law experts on talking about commercial rents and how to navigate that, and human resource advice. So they're going really, really well. And next week we have Sally from Makahika talking about digital detoxing. I guess this comes back to our Zoom purgatory thing, and how can we do things a little bit differently, even though we're still pretty much remote. We are going to have to rely on these technologies, and I actually feel like there's a wave coming of working from home. We will get to that point where it's the norm, and, how do we manage that in this new world that we're in?
Yeah. With the new normal, Jacinda, how is your Friday looking? Is it just another day like the last few weeks, or is it actually feeling like we're getting closer to a weekend normally? Well,
I'm really excited for two reasons. I get to see all my friends tonight. We've created a party of 10. And I have the kids away for the night, and I'm actually going to go see my friends. And that's actually the one thing I've wanted to do, was give my friends a big hug, and it's kind of been the goal from the start, so I can't wait for that. And it's actually my birthday next week on Tuesday, so I'm glad we're out of lockdown for that. I'm looking forward to the weekend.
Absolutely. Well, happy birthday for next week. Thank you so much for your time today. Go well over the next year, and yes, let's definitely have that next catch up.
Awesome. Enjoy your weekend too.